all of these conservatives out there that send me these messages have no balls to call her out. More and more people have started doing it. They send me these messages. Good for you, Tim. Good for you, Tim. I wasn't the first person to do it. I'm not going to take credit for that. But don't DM me like I did something for you as you cower, scared that she'll put you on her thumbnail and claim you benefited from Charlie Kirk's assassination, which she's doing to me right now.
Candace Owens put him on a thumbnail, and that causes this kind of tirade. And I know, and we'll play the other clip because, you know, I think he's saying that Candace put him on a thumbnail or him being at odds with Candace Owens. I think he's somewhat inferring that, but inferring that like people shot at his house because Candace Owens criticized him, or I think that's what he's saying. And I'm saying that because it's hard for me to see the through line in terms of what are these horrible ramifications of criticizing Candace Owens. I mean, we're talking about a mother of four. We're talking about an audience, her primary audience, a bunch of women in curlers, a bunch of women in high heels. It's not the crazy transgender crowd that's listening to Candace Owens' podcast. Maybe some mother of two may show up at your house and wipe lipstick on you. I don't know. But this whole deal that Candace Owens is this great threat, a nuclear bomb that will get set off, I haven't seen it. And I'm going to take the sarcasm down and just ask sincerely, maybe I'm blind, but I don't know what Tim Pool is talking about. Play the other clip where he says that he's in danger because of Candace Owens. Play the clip.
Meanwhile, I get bullets fired at my property, and I have to go live in the middle of nowhere. And I got strangers coming up to my house in Maryland, breaking in. I got people showing up and beating up the residents who try to live there. How the am I even supposed to sell this property? And, you know, it's all lies. It's all hypocrisy. And it is for the purpose of making money. And she does not live the way other people live. And I get people saying, Tim, you know, thank you so much for talking about it. I don't care. I'm not doing a favor for anybody. I'm not doing this to benefit anybody. Nobody's paying me. There's no Russia. There's no Israel. There's just me sticking my neck out and then risking dying for what? A bunch of cowards that don't want to stand up to protect themselves? People like Candace Owens?
What are we doing here? And I'm on record. I like and respect Tim Pool. He's treated me well. But putting together some video and some rant, some angry, profane rant that tries to make the inference that Candace Owens is this great, huge threat to his safety, and that's why bullets are flying on his property. That's the inference. It's probably not exactly what he's saying, but that's the inference. Cut it out, man. Let's be real here. Here's the cowardice, just so I can make it clear, and I want to move on and make a few other points here, but just here's the cowardice that's destroying evangelicals, alleged Christians, the conservative movement or whatever. Christian men did not rally around Charlie Kirk, and they're not rallying around Erica Kirk. They're hiding behind Erica Kirk's skirt at the moment and letting her take bullets. I just saw where the comedian Jimmy Dore put out a tweet just really going after Erica Kirk. And when I saw it, I was like, this is what I'm talking about. This is why some man needs to be the head of TPUSA and not a grieving widow. And we don't, Christian men should rally up, should have rallied around Charlie Kirk and said, hey, he better not be touched by anybody, Tyler Robinson or anybody else. And Christian men need to rally up and say, we're moving Erica Kirk to her proper role, grieving widow, mother of two. We've installed a man to run TPUSA and be president, and he's going to answer these questions. But because we haven't done that, and I'm not blasting Jimmy Dore, I'm telling you the inevitability of running this grieving mother, widow, and mother out there as the point person for an organization, and stick with me, I'm about to make the point, that has some real questions it has to answer. But here's Jimmy Dore tweeting, responding to a clip of Erica Kirk, I believe, on either with Harris Faulkner or with Bari Weiss. And Jimmy Dore, no, the people at TPUSA are not your family. There are employees at a huge corporation that sold T-shirts at Charlie's funeral and have raked in $140 million since his public assassination. You are now the CEO of a huge $140 million corporation that has super shady financial dealings with all their shell companies that Charlie was about to investigate, and then he was killed. When you pretend that legitimate questions about the blatant lies told by TPUSA and legitimate questions about their super shady financial dealings are attacks on your family, you discredit yourself and reveal you to be a dishonest fraud using emotional manipulation to discredit and silence journalists. It's amazing how quickly you were able to blah, blah, blah. I don't want to read it because it's a vicious attack, in my view, on Erica Kirk. I think it's inappropriate. This is a grieving widow. Husband was basically shot in broad daylight in front of the entire world. She's got 2 kids. She's been placed in a position that if there were real masculine Christian men, they wouldn't be wasting time trying to, it's Candace Owens' fault. She's the worst person on the planet. They would be, Erica, go take care of your kids, go grieve. We will answer the questions that come along with having our CEO, the leader of an international political movement, assassinated in broad daylight on a college campus. We will answer these questions. We will not send the grieving widow out there as a heat shield for men who failed on September 10th. You know how I know they failed? You know how I know everybody's being fake and false? Because in Butler, Pennsylvania, when Donald Trump nearly got his head blew off, what did we immediately do? Hey man, what the hell is the FBI? What is Secret Service? What are the people that are supposed to be protecting Donald Trump? What the heck are they doing? How did they not check the roof? How did they not better secure President Trump? And we went, you see them 3 women in front of Trump, in front of the car? We mocked and ridiculed them. They work for the Secret Service. They're part of Trump's family. But we mocked and ridiculed them and demanded better. And we wanted questions, and we still want questions answered about how it happened, what was the breakdown in security, who was involved, and heads need to roll. That was our reaction when Trump almost got killed. And conservatives were the leaders of the people saying, hey, man, we need answers here. And I don't care, that little fat Secret Service lady, we will call her out and we will mock her and we will ridicule her until our questions are answered.